Red United has declared its intention to contest 6 constituencies in the upcoming general election 2025, following the release of the Electoral Boundaries Review Committee report on 11th March 2025. The party expressed strong objections to the boundary changes, calling them unfair to opposition parties, particularly in Western Singapore. RDU Secretary General Ravi Philemon said, "For the past 2 general elections, Jurong GRC has remained unchanged, allowing us to build strong relationships with the people there. Now Jurong GRC as we know it has been erased. We are deeply disappointed with these drastic changes, which affect not just political parties, but also the residents we have been working with. Under the new electoral map, Jurong GRC has been dissolved and replaced with Jurong East Bukit Batok GRC, Jurong Central Single-Member Constituency, and West Coast Jurong West GRC." RDU highlighted concerns for Taman Jurong residents, especially following the resignation of Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam as an MP to contest in the presidential election. Philemon stated, "Many residents of Taman Jurong have told us they feel abandoned and worry that their voices will not be fairly represented in Parliament. We cannot allow their concerns and aspirations to be sidelined through arbitrary boundary changes." The party also argued that the changes disproportionately affect opposition contested areas. West Coast GRC, where the opposition nearly won in the last election, has been redrawn, Philemon noted. Bukit Batok SMC, where the opposition performed well, no longer exists. The introduction of new GRCs and SMCs fragments strong opposition ground. It is clear that the intention is to create rivalry between opposition parties. RDU also questioned the independence of the EBRC, which is chaired by the Secretary to the Prime Minister. Philemon said, "The People's Action Party government must explain why so many constituencies in opposition contested areas have been redrawn, while their strongholds remain largely untouched." RDU has long advocated for an independent EBRC. In August 2024, the party called for the committee to be led by an impartial body to prevent political interference in electoral boundary decisions. Despite these concerns, RDU confirmed it will contest in the following constituencies, which are Jurong East Bukit Batok GRC, Jurong Central SMC, Nisun GRC, Jalan Kayu SMC, Tanjong Pagar GRC, and Radin Mas SMC. Philemon reaffirmed the party's determination. "Despite this unfair and uneven playing field, we will contest. We do this because, for us, it is always about the people. We will stand firm for Singaporeans, no matter how many hurdles are placed in our way." When asked by the online citizen about the possibility of 3-cornered fights, given the People's Alliance for Reform's earlier announcement that it will contest 8 SMCs and 2 GRCs, Philemon responded, "Since February 2024, about 20 potential candidates from RDU have been undergoing training in preparation for the upcoming election. RDU is fully capable of fielding candidates in all the constituencies we have identified." He added, "In the last general election, RDU respected all opposition parties and did not engage in any 3-cornered fights. At this stage, it is too early to speculate on such contests. The opposition has its own way of working these matters out, and we will do so when the time comes." The EBRC's report, released on 11th March 2025, introduced significant changes ahead of GE2025. The total number of constituencies has increased from 31 to 33, with 18 GRCs and 15 SMCs. 5 new GRCs and 6 new SMCs have been created, reflecting population growth and urban development. The committee stated that the changes were based on voter distribution shifts. Singapore must hold its next general election by November 2025, though Prime Minister Lawrence Wong has the authority to call for an earlier election. The formation of the EBRC is a customary step preceding elections, and past elections have often been held within months of the committee's report being published. There is speculation that the election could be held as early as May, as hearsay suggests that journalists in Singapore have had their leave suspended for April and May.